y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story I want to bring to you from the S&P Global, and it is about broadband expansion. And they're having this discussion about the need to expand the broadband. Now, I've been talking to you, if you've been following this channel for any significant amount of time, I've been trying to help my followers connect the dots and how this infrastructure bill and this global expansion or need to expand to 5G and 6G has nothing to do about having fast internet service or being able to connect rapidly. They want you to be able to connect rapidly, but not for the reasons that you think. It's not for your benefit. It is for their benefit. So let's get into this piece that came out on April 26th. And I won't be able to share this with you because it came to my email. But you can go to the S&P Global and sign up for daily updates, and they will come directly to your email. A lot of good things are in those updates, and I recommend, if you can, register for them. They are free. You don't have to pay for them, but it gives you a snapshot of what people with money are thinking about and how they're making their moves. And along with the other things that we discuss on this channel, you can put the pieces together and figure out what's happening. So let's get into this piece. Diminishing the digital divide with broadband expansion and 5G acceleration. Bridging the digital divide, the gap between those with access to technology and those without, has become a key priority for many countries, as narrowing the gap can improve socioeconomic outcomes. That's what they say. Studies have shown that enhanced broadband access can lead to improved digital literacy and proficiency, better health, more employment opportunities, higher paying jobs, and other benefits that can drive economic growth. So here, why do we need digital literacy? What is digital literacy? Better health. The computer and the phone is ruining our eyes, is ruining our posture. We've become sedentary because of this technology. More employment opportunities, but only if you have the skill set to work in fields that require internet access, like work from home jobs. And even then, a lot of these work from home jobs, they got people to work from home, and then they just phased out those jobs and send them someplace else. So, if you look at the statistics and then what they say in these pieces, you can figure out that they don't align. These people are just telling lies. So, anywho, the shift to the digital world accelerated during the as government shutdowns and social distancing to curb the spread of COVID-19 pushed people online, which is what they wanted. They wanted us to consume Twitch and be on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, because the more we're on there, guess what they do? All these free streaming platforms, they just collect our data. The rule is, if you're not paying for the service, you are the product. So, everything that we use for free, we're being pimped. The virus magnified the importance of digital access and led to virtual work, remote education, telehealth, online banking, and other essential activities and services. And that is what they want, because they want you to become accustomed to not being around people, not dealing with people, because the goal is to phase out people who require resources, who require wages and benefits, and look for good working environments. Well, if you can take all that away and not have to deal with that, that saves the corporation money. It doesn't benefit you at all. Most people went crazy staying at home, unless you were a loner or you liked being at home, or were already working from home like me. Then, it wasn't a big deal, except for more people were at home and it was kind of an inconvenience. Other than that, there was no benefit to it. So Recognizing this, governments and businesses around the world have placed greater emphasis on expanding access through increased investments in digital technologies. And so that is what the infrastructure bill was all about. That is why Papa got elected. That's why Papa put his hat in the race. He's there for a purpose and he is doing his job, and that's why he's running again, because he needs to finish the job. Now, understand, it doesn't matter who is on the other side, who's going to run against him. They're all on the same team. So you just have to look at the policies, and they may not even tout the policies, because a lot of times, the GOP, they don't necessarily talk about this kind of stuff. This stuff is inserted in the bill and they'll pretend like they didn't see it and don't care and let it pass. And then the next thing you're dealing with these policies. But the Democrats will tell you right out in your face, they love all this stuff. And so, they feel like more access is better. Remote this is better. Telehealth is good. Everybody's selling you this stuff with a slant, but not really telling you why they're really touting it. And it is because it is the agenda of the wealthy who contribute to their campaigns and allow them to remain in power, where they can steal and misuse our tax dollars. So it's just a vicious cycle. It's nothing but a Ponzi scheme. In the U.S., more federal dollars are set aside to expand broadband access to unserved and underserved communities. Now, you see how they want to get poor people, make sure everybody has access. They're doing this all over the world. So understand, this is an agenda. They do not care about poor people. They just want to use the poor people to transition into this system so they could figure out a way to get rid of them. Supplementing existing programs, the bipartisan infrastructure law allocated $42.5 billion for broadband infrastructure development. And I talked about that and I wrote about it on Medium, got a lot of flack, but here we are talking about it again almost 3 years later. New broadband networks funded by the law are required to offer internet speeds of at least 100 Mbps. I guess that's megabytes. Or I don't know what that is. I think it's megabytes. I don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to say Mbps for downloads and 20 Mbps for uploads. According to the latest research from S&P Global Ratings, an estimated 25.3 million Americans are unserved or underserved by this particular internet speed broadband infrastructure. The law also allots $14.2 billion to longer-term broadband cost subsidies to help 13.6 million digitally disconnected urban Americans. Urban is who? The Negroes. Don't get it twisted. They want y'all to have internet access because they're going to fry y'all brains. They are going to be targeting our children. They're going to be doing all kinds of things. Most importantly, monitoring and keeping you in your digital ghettos. In the 21st century, high-speed internet is necessity. I guess it's supposed to be a necessity, not a luxury. The VP said at a 2022 Affordable Connectivity Program event. As the digital transformation advances worldwide, more next-generation technologies are being deployed, including 5G. 5G is a wireless technology standard designed to offer download speeds of 1 Gbps and near zero latency, which is the amount of time between the data departing a source and arriving at its destination. The technology debuted globally in 2019 and promises to facilitate a new era of the Internet of Things, which is another thing that I've been telling you about, where connectivity between multiple devices in homes and across cities is possible at all times, according to the S&P Global Market Intelligence Report. Of course it is, because they need to track you, especially when you live in these smart cities, these 15-minute cities. 5G adoption is gradually picking up globally, driven in part by the need for increasingly connected homes. So, again, no matter where you live, it doesn't matter if it's a house, an apartment, a mobile home, a car, whatever device you use to connect to the internet, that is the thing that they want to be connected to. At least 238 mobile operators serving 94 markets across the world had rolled out commercial 5G services as of the end of 2022. The latest 5G tracker of S&P Global Market Intelligence's Kagan Media Research Group showed. Africa took the spotlight in 2022 and launched 9 commercial 5G deployments in the second half, thanks to strong government support. So see how these governments, it don't matter if they're white, it don't matter if they're black, it don't matter if they're Hispanic, Indian, Asian, it don't matter, Caribbean, they're all in on this. They are going along with it. I don't know if they have to. I don't know, maybe some of them are ignorant. I don't know, but just know there's no place to run or hide. Every government on earth is participating in this. And the only way for you to escape it is for you to not have any technology that connects you to the internet. And that will mean you will eventually not be able to participate in their society. If we are still here, we have to figure out ways to navigate that. And so that is why I am harping on it. That's why I'm talking about it, because it's a slow walk to you don't have a choice. You have to do this or else. And so if you're not preparing and positioning yourselves, you will be caught up in this system. Kagan expects rollouts in the coming months to emerge from developing markets in Africa, Asia Pacific, Eastern Europe, and Latin America. Mainland China remains the world's largest 5G market. Developed countries are also leading the way when it comes to standalone 5G networks. 4 major operators in the U.S. and 3 in mainland China had launched standalone 5G as of the end of 2022. Although progress has been made, barriers to global 5G adoption remain, including implementation costs and complexity, particularly for standalone deployments. And again, this is why you have this huge rollout of broadband, the laying of the lines all over the place. I live in a rural place, and 5G stuff is still laid out everywhere. They've been laying them wires along the highway, the main highways to and from these counties. Um, you see new towers everywhere. You see the new signs or the new monitors of coming in and out of the cities. You see the little readers, the cameras with the solar, I guess, panels. I don't know if it's to charge or whatever it's for, but you see all these new technologies all over the place. And most people don't pay it any attention. And I'm very vigilant now when I go in and out of a town. I always look to see what's new, what new poles are up, what new cameras are available, what new lights, what's new. If they're laying, broadband, I see men digging on the side of the road. I look to see what they're putting in, what are they installing, because a lot of things are happening and people drive by it every day, people walk by it every day and don't pay any attention, but you're actually enabling these things to be installed because you're not pushing back and asking questions of your local governments, like, what is this? Why are we doing this? We don't support this. We don't want this. We don't want to participate in this. And a lot of people in this particular area do not know. So, for me, I've been thinking about, should I do editorials? I used to do them back in the day, and they got published regularly. So, I don't know if, my local newspaper would publish those things because, it's a touchy topic. But We have to do what we can and try to wake up as many people as we can. And, you know, those of us who can see and those of us who know, we have a responsibility, in my opinion, to inform others. And so, as far as that goes, we got to do what we got to do until we can. While efforts to close access gaps have expanded, more work is needed to realize the full potential of 5G and related technologies to bring high speed, reliable, and cost effective digital connectivity to all users and unlock socio-economic advantages. So, again, they try to sell this as, oh, we're going to help poor people, when, there's a video that I'm getting ready to post that shows they think these people are useless people. So at the end of the day, this system is talking out of both sides of its head, or its mouth. One minute, the people who can't contribute are useless people. And then in the other end, oh, we love them. We need to help the poor people have these advantages that everybody else has. At the end of the day, they need the internet access in the city so that they can monitor you when you go into the store. They don't have to deal with you when you go to the bank. You can have internet access in your home so they can steal your data and find out where you are. You have GPS on you. They need broadband for these smart cities and these smart lights and all these smart technologies. So it really has nothing to do with socioeconomic advantages. It has everything to do with this system needing to control and dominate their subjects. So understand that this 5G connectivity has nothing to do with you having the fastest internet that you need to have to send your little pictures or to send your email fast or whatever. It don't have nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with them trying to get to their UN sustainable goals and objectives. So every time you update your phone, you helping them out. Every time you use 5G, you think, oh, I gotta have 5G. I'm helping them out. I'm not getting nothing that's 5G. I'm just not. I hate that I have a 4G phone, but I didn't have any choice. Um, but I'm not upgrading my technology. My phone keeps saying, "Oh, I'm running out of space." It's just gonna run out of space. If it stopped working, I'm gonna figure something out. But I'm not buying another phone. I'm not buying any more technology, because all this technology, at the end of the day, all it does is track us. And the day is going to come where we're going to have to turn it loose and let it go. So why am I going to keep investing money in to something that eventually I'm not going to use, because I'm going to be a farmer in my next life till the Most High comes back and gets his people, I think. I'm just talking, I'm thinking out loud, but I'm not gonna need it. I'm gonna be outside all day, with a shovel in my hand, or picking weeds, or spraying, checking my stuff for bugs, tending to animals, or I'm not gonna have time to worry about a phone. There are gonna be people who are hungry and need food. I may be the food lady. I'm gonna have to be fighting badgers and deer and bear. I'm just kidding, not bear, but animals, rabbits, and things. Keep them from eating my food. So, and in addition to people who don't want to ask for help, they would rather come steal your stuff. So it is going to be a chore trying to grow food and sustain myself and try to help other people, because that's what we are called to do. So I don't have time to worry about 5G. I don't care if they can install whatever they want to install. I know I'm not participating in their future society. And I hope that we're not here. And I hope that I don't have to make the choice to do this or else. I don't want to be here because I don't want to deal with the consequences. But if I do, I'm prepared. I'm preparing to be prepared to deal with whatever the consequences of that will be. And so, you know, I was listening to somebody today and they were saying, oh, well, you got to use this technology and take advantage of it as while you still can. I don't know how I necessarily feel about that. My experience is when you do that, you always find yourself in more trouble. And if we're supposed to come out of this system, then just come out of it. You know, I realized that, I even use this technology to communicate with people, to warn them. But I'm not trying to make money off of it. If people give me something, as a donation, cool. If they don't, I'm good. I'm doing what the Most High called me to do. I've always been a teacher and a person that helps people. And so that's what I'm going to do till I'm called home. I'm not looking for nothing, because my reward, if I'm looking for a reward from people here on earth, I'm never going to get what, I believe I should get for the effort and time that it takes to do this. I'm looking for my eternal reward. And, you know, I get satisfaction from that. I hope that I'm doing a good job. I hope I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And, I hope that I'm of some help to the people here on earth who can hear the sound of my voice and watch these videos. Other than that, I mean, I can't force anybody to make any changes, but what I can do is tell you these internet streets are deadly. These internet streets are dangerous, and they are not good for our health. So we need to learn how to check out. I put my phone down and I'll go outside and stay outside for hours. I'll just take, my tablet outside and my wireless speaker, and I will listen to music and clean the yard. I'll do something outside when I'm not working, but I'm not sitting around, worried about who's calling me. Nobody calls me. Who texts me? Nobody texts me. And then when they do, they don't really want nothing. So I'm content. I've downsized my life to where I don't have to be concerned about technology. Now I use it to earn my living now when I have work, but I'm also positioning myself for the day when I can't use the internet because I'm not getting a digital ID. I'm not going to get a digital wallet. Don't have plans to participate in nothing. If they offering, something extra, whatever, to get the digital currency and use it, I'm not doing it. If they take my money, oh well. Whatever I have in there, I'm trying to use everything up as soon as I put it in there, so that I don't have to deal with, worrying about, oh, I lost my money, I can't use my money. Um, you know, it's going to be tough, especially for poor people. So I'm really trying to position myself in a way to be an asset to my community and be able to survive. And that is a challenge. Most people are not thinking that far ahead. I am. But what I do know is that this need to have everybody connected makes no sense. Why do you want poor people to be connected when we are considered useless? It makes no sense. If we're all going to be unemployed, how are we going to survive? Universal basic income, perhaps? Benefits tied to the CBDC that's programmable, that tells you what you can buy and what you can't buy, what you can eat and what you can't eat. Are we going to have people snitching on us because they take the mark and they got internet access, and they're going to tell so and so got chicken across the street, so and so growing spinach, and they not on the program? Those are the types of things that I think about. And we all have to contend with the fact that we're going to have a lot of ops around us, and I don't think people think about that enough. I think about something Pastor Stephen Darby said um, years ago. I just started watching his videos, maybe about a year, 2 years ago. But he talked about how Black people are double agents. Like, we're programmed to work against ourselves and tell on ourselves and not trust our own people, and to work against each other. That's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm expecting, Black people to sell us out. So we have to do what we can while we can, but we also have to anticipate that we live with our enemies. Our own people are double agents sometimes. And so, um, you know, these people are going to think there's nothing wrong with this technology, not understanding that it is the devil in a fine dress. So, y'all start thinking about how you're going to declutter your lives and detech, because the day is coming where we're all going to be connected to something that is going to enslave us in a totally different way. And if you don't want to be enslaved any more than we already are, it's time to practice freedom by relinquishing some of these technologies. And even if you don't relinquish them, practice doing without them. Practice, if you don't have to, don't use your computer. Practice not using your tablet or your cell phone for hours. Do other things that occupy your time. Read, go exercise, learn how to do something else, build something. Do something besides using the technology, because it is going to be a problem real soon. All right, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Also, subscribe to my Odyssey and Rumble channels in the event this channel is taken down. Uh, if you like to make a contribution to the channel, my info is in the description as well. Make sure that you are preparing. Continue to prep, continue to pray, continue to seek forgiveness, ask for forgiveness for your sins, repent, ask for the scales to be removed from your brothers and your sisters' eyes. It's a really hard thing to get people to wake up. And even if you tell them, they say, I know, I know, I know, they don't change. So, just ask the Most High to continue working in His people, because Lord knows they need it. All right, y'all. I am Marla K, and this is it. I'm heading out.